Hello, welcome to the Paul Pluta channel on YouTube, the Paul Pluta channel. And remember, like, subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel. And don't forget, guys, man cannot live on Google Ads alone. I depend on paid reviews. I also do Patreon. You're going to sponsor me on Patreon? Sponsor me on Patreon. And the other thing is that you can also... I do consultancy. You can book an hour of time. I can answer life's problems for you. You never know. Guys, let's talk here. This is a paid review for Chris. This is for Chris. Let's talk about this here. Hi, Arch. My name is Chris. Huge fan of your content. I've been watching for years. Don't use my last name in your video. I'm 31 years old and live in Southern California with my wife and 9-month-old daughter and run a consulting company. My current collection consists of Rolex GMT Master 2 All Black 116710LN and an Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch, latest reference with the updated box. I bought both second-hand, got a great deal on both. I've been slowly planning and building my collection as I reach certain milestones in my business and life. I'm currently planning my next watch and want to get your thoughts on the new JEWELLERY Tribute Moon. Retail is $12,700, but Joma Shop has it for $10,000 US. I was dead set on the white dial Rolex Daytona pre-ceramic 116520 until I stumbled upon the Reverso. I figured I can't go wrong with either choice, but what would the Pontiff reckon? My third choice is a Rolex Submariner Ceramic Hulk, but I don't feel as strongly about that one now compared to the others. As for the Reverso, it's one of the largest in the collection, coming in at 49 mils tall, even larger than the Grande size in the collection. Do you think at that size it remains true to the Reverso heritage? I looked at the standard Duo for cheaper, but it just doesn't excite me as much as the Tribute Moon does. $50 your way via PayPal? Because I know you don't do Google Ads for free and your advice is worth more than 20 bucks. Keep the entertainment coming. Thank you so much, Chris. Chris, that is fantastic. And I gotta tell you, that is a beautiful collection. You got a Rolex, a black GMT, and you've got a Speedmaster. And this is a nice gift. Chris sent me. Thank you very much, Chris. I gotta tell you, what do I think? Perfect two-piece combo deal. Perfect two-piece combo deal. Ceramic, black, and a Speedmaster Man on the moon. So, what do I think of your choice there? What does the Pontiff think? And I gotta tell you, honestly, this is a very interesting thing because the watch market, the world watch market at the moment is, it's very, how would you put it? It's Google Ads! It's very up and down. And what's actually happened is brands like JEWELLERY, very soft on the second-hand market. Now, this is a very interesting tale. Let me explain this tale to you. When the market was great, prices were up. Brands like JEWELLERY were, and I think they are a great brand. I've always said that JEWELLERY is a Patek quality at a Rolex price. However, people are absolute morons out there and they don't see it that way. So the honest reality is JEWELLERY is incredibly soft on the used market. Very soft. It's soft as dog shit. Now, it's not deservedly so. I really don't think it deserves that. I think the I love my JEWELLERY. I love my Reverso. I really do love it. I really do love it. And I think it's a great way to go there. So you're asking me the question, what does the Pontiff think? Well, what the Pontiff says is that at the moment the watch market is so stuffed when you're not buying a Rolex or a Patek, you got to expect some big discount. Some other brands which are under this same disaster are brands like Breguet, brands like IWC, Panerai. They are very, very soft. Now, the terrible thing is, when you as a consumer look at the market, you don't see it. You don't see it. I mean, you go into a watch shop and you look at a second-hand Reverso, second-hand Jaeger-LeCoultre, they still want pretty top whack for it. So you think, oh, the market's not that bad, but that's an illusion, because if you went to a watch dealer and said, hey, I want to sell this watch, what would you give me? They would absolutely screw you. To give you an idea of how bad the market is, they're a good friend of mine, Descartes. He recently was thinking about getting a really cool Lange, okay? And part of getting the Lange was he's thinking, oh, I'll get rid of my Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Triple Date. Okay. Triple Date, I love that model. Moonface, Triple Date Moonface. And I thought, yep, okay. He bought it second-hand, so they retail for about 12. Bought it second-hand for $7,000 US dollars. Dealer offered him a dealer offered him $4,000 for it. And I said, you gotta have rocks in your head to sell it for $4,000. Now that same dealer, he's not gonna put it in the window at $4,500. No. He'll put it there at $7,500, $8,000. That's what the dealer will do. But you understand what I'm saying? If you wanted to sell that bloody thing, the market is soft as shit. So you got to be so damn careful. It is just, the market is terrible. Same applies to IWC, any of these other brands. I mean, I'm talking good brands. I'm not talking shitters. I'm not talking rubbish brands. I'm talking really good stuff. Breguet, IWC, Panerai, you know, these are good things. Jaeger-LeCoultre, they are very, very... So what I'm trying to say to you is you got to really know this knowledge. So what would I do? I love the Reverso. I love Reversos. And I get the feeling, talking to you here, you're not someone who wants to sell watches. You're a collector. You're building this as a collection of your life. And selling it really isn't an important thing. And I would say you just got to have that smarts in your head there to know that the market is terrible for these. What would I do? Well, I got to be honest with you. Looking at your collection, you got a Rolex GMT black. You got that's a great GMT function piece. You've got a fantastic Omega Speedmaster made on the moon as your chronograph. I personally, my heart is saying, go with the Reverso Tribute Moon. That's what my heart is saying, okay? My head is saying go with the Daytona Pre-Ceramic, because that is the Daytona Pre-Ceramic is blue chip investment potential. That's what the head is thinking. I mean, it's kind of, I got to tell you the truth there with my collection. I like to have one brand per watch. One Patek, one Rolex, one Omega, one Breguet, one IW. So basically one brand per, you know, I don't want 50 watches. I've got a nice compact small collection. And in that line of thinking, I think a Reverso Jaeger-LeCoultre Tribute, Reverso Tribute Moon would be superb. However, as an investment, I mean, this is the thing. Are you going to flip? You know, you look at these things. Are you buying? Are you collecting? Or you're a flipper or a seller? What is it? I mean, my friend Descartes, I told you, he paid $7 for a second-hand Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso calendar moon phase. $7. The dealer offered him $4. Another dealer friend offered him $5, but still $5,000. It's not, you know, that's a lot of watch for not a lot of money. But you don't see them in the market for $5, do you? No, or $5.5. You see them at $7, $8. You know, so It's very tricky thing to pick there. I think you got to sit down and really work out, as long as you accept that, yes, I'm buying this Reverso because I love it, and I know the resale may not be there, may not be as strong as Rolex. That's okay. If you were a younger person buying your first watch, I'd say, go Rolex, young man. Go Rolex. If ever you're stuck, you can sell the bloody thing and you got money in your hand. But because, you know, you're 31 in California, you know, you're pretty stable. I mean, you're what banks would love to lend money to. You're stable. You could walk into a BMW, you know, showroom, pick out a 3 Series or a 5 and drive off. X5, drive off into the sunset. So I would myself, I got to tell you, you're asking me, the next question is there, you got the Submariner Hulk. Ooh, see, that would be a nice collection. GMT, chronograph, and a diver. Wouldn't that be so cool? See, I think with the Daytona, even though that's the most sensible, you've already got a chronograph in the Omega Speedmaster. Man on the moon! Man on the moon. So, to get a diver would be cool, but to get a Reverso would be cool as well. What do I think of the size? Well, look, the size itself there, I got to tell you, the Reverso, it's the proportions. 1.6 to 1. That's, you know, it's the golden ratio. That's what the Reverso is. So it doesn't matter how big it is. It's that ratio. The ugly Reverso is the Squadra. Jaeger-LeCoultre Squadra. Man, that is the depreciation sucker. So I don't see any problem with it. I really do love a Reverso. I love my Reverso. I got to tell you, you know, out of all my watches I've got, that's the one I've had the longest out of all the watches, because I've had to churn them over. You know, I can't just afford to keep everything. I've had to churn them over, and I really, you know, yes. See, when I bought my Reverso, I got that in 2011, just before my 2010, I think, maybe, just before I turned 40, and my ex at the time paid for it. Well, she wasn't my ex at that time, but and I remember I could have got a two-tone bluesy Submariner for the same money as the Reverso, and I thought, why would you buy the subby? Well, guess what, Charlie? Many years later, the subby is worth quite a big chunk more than the Reverso. The Reverso, my Reverso is probably, you know, I got to be completely honest with you there. If I went to a dealer, the dealer would be offering $4,000 or $5,000, well, $4,000. That's the kind of lowball. But he wouldn't sell it for that little. He would sell it for a lot more. So, am I selling it? No. So it's not a problem. But you've got to understand the watch market at the moment is not in a great. It's not a great headspace. It's pretty damn bad. It's pretty damn bad. So all I can really say is this is something you've got to be careful of. You've got to be damn careful. What would I do? I'd probably go for the Reverso. That's because I'm an emotional guy. I'm not thinking with my noggin. I'm thinking with my heart. So I'd probably go Reverso. Yes. I'm a flawed individual. I am very, very flawed, and I would go with the Reverso. So, yeah, that's probably what I would do. But, you know, I think, look, I really think in your case there, you're not a struggling businessman. You're doing well. You buy it with the understanding that the resale's not as good. It's like buying a Maserati, okay? We could all go and buy a BMW or a Mercedes, but the Maserati, you know, it's got balls, like buying a Ghibli, you know? Yes, the quality's crap. Yes, it bloody rattles. Yes, it's a piece, you know, it's like a tin can, but it's got the Ferrari engine in it. You know what I mean? A Maserati. Maserati Ghibli S I'm talking about, guys. But, you know, I drive a Honda Civic, by the way, because, I mean, cars suck. Watches is where it's at. But you understand what I mean. It's a bit like the Reverso. It's not, It's not Mercedes-Benz or BMW. It's like the Maserati, but it's so damn cool. Cool. So you got to decide which way to go. But Chris, thank you so much for getting me to do a review. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, like, subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel. Paid reviews, 20 US. You can send a little bit more. This kind soul here sent me... how much did he send me? He sent me a bit more. He sent me 50 US dollars. 50. Thank you so much, Chris. I'm Paul Pluta. This is the Paul Pluta channel. Tell me what you guys think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great vid.